I get asked all the time, what's the magic bullet to help grow my security business? And I'm here to say there is no magic bullet. It's all about an integrated approach, no pun intended. Remember, methodical and steady marketing wins the race. Hi, I'm David Morgan, co-founder of SD Marketing and one of your marketing madmen. And over the next few minutes, we're going to talk about one of the channels that if you're not taking advantage of this today, you are absolutely leaving money on the table. Let's go ahead and get started. Why email marketing, you ask? Well, according to the DMA, or Direct Marketing Association, for every single $1 that we put into email marketing, we generate $42 in return. I don't know about you, but that's a great return on your marketing investment. So let's talk about getting started with email marketing. First of all, we've got to find an email service provider. And there's many great options, including free options. A couple of the leading providers that come to mind are going to be Constant Contact and MailChimp. Now that we've found our email service provider, we need to start building our list. And I do get asked all the time, well, I don't have an email list. How do I get started? And you'd be surprised, right? Keep in mind, you can take a look at your accounting software and download your lists of customers from there. You can take a look at your CRM, download your list of customers and prospects. If you don't have a CRM, take into consideration LinkedIn. So as you log into LinkedIn, and within your profile of LinkedIn, you're able to download all of your contacts, which include email addresses. Also, you can take into consideration Outlook, right? Within your Outlook, if you have contacts from Outlook, download all of those as well. And keep in mind, this not only would be for yourself, but for some of the key members of your team. As I mentioned, it's an ongoing process, but believe it or not, you probably would be surprised with the email addresses you have if you feel as if you don't have an existing database. And segmenting is really, really important. For example, let's say that you deal with residential end users as well as commercial end users. Well, if you're doing a general e-newsletter that would be applicable to all of your contacts, well, then that would be okay to be able to send this out to everyone. But on the other hand, let's say that you have a message that's only for your residential end users or only for your commercial end users. Or let's just talk about segmenting your commercial end users. Let's say that you happen to have a manufacturer that comes out with out of a new offering, whether it's a new cloud-based offering or a new add-on or what have you. Rather than having your sales team just dial to your customers that are part of that service, we can put together an email and send it directly, if we have them properly tagged, to that particular audience. Within your email marketing platform. It goes without saying, but we've got to have a plan in place, right? Always begin with the end in mind. And part of the planning is, are we going to be doing this monthly, every other month, quarterly? Keep in mind, we don't want to be doing this sporadically. We want to make sure that we have a plan in place. And remember, it goes without saying, but we don't want to just be pitching. We want to be giving value, right? Keep in mind, you don't want to end up on that delete, delete, delete. You want to be giving value to that of your customers and prospects. And there is an opportunity for you to set up a reusable template so that you're not starting from scratch with every single email that you're sending out. And if you're not a designer or you don't have an internal graphic designer, that's okay, because there are easy to use templates that are modular so that every single month you'd be able to use that as a starting point and only updates the modules or the components within that of your email that would be updated. And then the biggest thing is get started, right? Don't have analysis paralysis. Don't wait for perfection. Get started and make sure that you're consistent. Next is making sure that your emails are actually opened up. And there's a few factors, including the emails that you've received in the past from this sender, as well as who it's coming from, meaning the name, and of course the subject line. And the subject line, of course, changes with every single email that's sent out. And it's really, really important to make sure that we have a compelling and useful subject line that's going to invoke curiosity or make me interested to want to open that email and learn more, right? So let's talk about just one example, right? 7 reasons why ABC Security Company, insert your security company, offers the best commercial security company in Timbuktu, right? Insert your city. as opposed to 7 deadly video surveillance mistakes that commercial businesses and insert in your cities can avoid. Free guide, right? It goes without saying, but the subject line number 2 would invoke a lot more curiosity and would get a lot more engagement versus subject line 2 versus subject line 1. So let's talk about just a few topics, right? Keep in mind, it goes without saying, but we don't want to be talking about things that are completely unrelated to what it is that we do. We want to focus on what it is that we do, and we want to make sure that we're educating, right? And if you're having problems figuring out, well, what should we talk about? Come to the industry, right? Your manufacturers, associations, the industry publications, they send you emails, right? So they send me emails as well about things that are happening, trends in technology, things that are important, right? To keep in mind, technology reviews, right? Things that come second nature to us, right? You know, like being able to control your system from this device, or being able to, you know, whatever the case may be, we want to make sure that we're educating by demonstrating things, right? We also want to talk about tips and best practices, how to get the most out of your security system, whether it's for your home or for your business. And keep in mind, I used the example a little earlier about cross-sell or upselling, so I won't get into that in detail now, but it's an opportunity for you to talk about layering on services, right? And we want to target the existing customers with new features. Also, and we want to sprinkle this, so we don't want to just be doing promotional campaigns, but let's just say like a Black Friday or Christmas, or insert your favorite holiday. Why not offer some kind of promotion that's going to invoke generating a lead so that your sales team can be focused on having meaningful conversations with new prospects and your existing customers. Also, surveys and assessments, right? We want to keep in touch with your customers, right? So let's give you an example of a video that's going to have some humor. Right? You know, we can all use an extra laugh these days, right? There's been a lot of, the last 15, 16 months have been really tough for us all, personally and professionally. This is a great example of using humor with something relative to what we do. Now, of course, you're going to want to probably have a disclaimer that's there that states that, you know, this is not your grainy video, right? Because your video, you use HD cameras and things in that regard. Another example of this is going to be that of demonstrating that of your services with video. And here's a quick 15, 20-second video of that.
Don't just record crime that occurs on your site. Start detecting and deterring them with Virtual Guard from iForce.
You have entered a restricted area and are under live video monitoring surveillance. Please leave immediately or authorities will be called.
And look, I know that you know, I can go on and on about email marketing. The biggest takeaway from today is to, if you're not using email marketing, get started. You know, if you have any thoughts or questions or ideas for future videos, feel free to send us an email at info@sd.marketing. Once again, info@sdmarketing. Until next time, make it a great day.